The Dalai Lama is the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism and is considered to be one of the most influential religious figures in the world. His official title is His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, and he was born on July 6, 1935, in Taktse, China. The Dalai Lama's teachings emphasize the importance of compassion, non-violence, and altruism. He is known for his efforts to promote interfaith dialogue, human rights, and environmental conservation. In 1989, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his advocacy for non-violent solutions to conflicts. The current Dalai Lama, Tenzin Gyatso, has been in exile in India since 1959, following the Chinese invasion of Tibet. Despite this, he remains an important figure for Tibetan Buddhists around the world and has worked to promote dialogue and reconciliation between Tibetans and the Chinese government. The Dalai Lama has written numerous books on Buddhism, spirituality, and ethics, and has traveled extensively to promote his message of peace and compassion. He has also met with world leaders, including several US presidents, to discuss human rights and other global issues. The Dalai Lama, also known as Tenzin Gyatso, was born on July 6, 1935, in the small village of Taktse in northeastern Tibet. He was recognized as the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama at the age of 2 and was formally enthroned as the spiritual leader of Tibet at the age of 4. As a child, the Dalai Lama received a traditional Tibetan education, studying Buddhist philosophy, Tibetan culture, and language, as well as other subjects such as mathematics, science, and English. He was also trained in meditation and other spiritual practices. In 1950, following the invasion of Tibet by the Chinese army, the Dalai Lama assumed political power and became the head of state at the age of 15. He worked to modernize Tibet and improve the lives of its people while also preserving its unique culture and traditions. In 1959, after a failed uprising against Chinese rule, the Dalai Lama fled to India, where he established a government in exile and continued to advocate for the rights of Tibetans and the preservation of Tibetan culture. He has lived in India ever since and has traveled extensively around the world to promote his message of peace, non-violence, and compassion. The Dalai Lama is widely respected for his efforts to promote interfaith dialogue, human rights, and environmental conservation. He has also written numerous books on Buddhism, spirituality, and ethics, and has been awarded many international prizes and honors for his work, including the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989. Despite his exile, the Dalai Lama remains an important spiritual leader for Tibetans and Buddhists around the world. He has worked to promote dialogue and reconciliation between Tibetans and the Chinese government, and continues to advocate for the rights of Tibetans and other oppressed peoples. The Dalai Lama, also known as Tenzin Gyatso, was born to a farming family in the small village of Taktse in northeastern Tibet. His parents were Choekyeongtsering and Dekitsering. The Dalai Lama was the fifth of 16 children in his family. His birth name was Lama Thondap. After he was recognized as the reincarnation of the previous Dalai Lama, he was given the name Tenzin Gyatso. As the Dalai Lama, he has taken a lifelong vow of celibacy and does not have any children or a spouse. However, he is regarded as a father figure by many Tibetans and is deeply respected and loved by his followers around the world. The Dalai Lama's family members have also been involved in Tibetan Buddhism and politics. His older brother, Lama Thondap, played an important role in negotiating with the Chinese government on behalf of Tibet. Another brother, Taktse Rinpoche, became a high-ranking monk in the Gelug school of Tibetan Buddhism. Several of his sisters also became nuns or married into prominent Tibetan families.